Welcome back to Market Day Report. All right, in just a moment, we'll get some insight with Tommy Grisafi. He's with Nesvick Trading. But before we do that, markets are open. And what's happening on the row crops? We're seeing we had higher prices in the overnight session after lower trade last week. And we're building on those gains that we had in the overnight session with March at 457, up 6 1/4. Talking corn right now. December at 446, it's 5 1/4 cents higher. What about the soybean trade to start the morning? Much higher, up 16 1/2 on the January, 997 1/2, and the March at 1005 3/4. That's up 14. Soy meal contracts this morning are higher, and soy oil moving higher as well. Now to the wheat market. July contract, Chicago, 558 3/4. That's 9 1/2 cents higher. For hard red, July contract, also new crop, at 566, up 9 3/4. And the March contract in Minneapolis, 11 1/4 higher, 589. In New York, can cotton futures ride that tail? Absolutely. March is up 35 points at 68.01, and next year's new crop December at 69.27. It's up 21. Tommy Grisafi's with Nesvick Trading. He's on the road. Tommy, welcome back. But what are you watching?
Just these overall tone of the market's unbelievable as I watch stock futures right now. NASDAQ trading up 300. Of course, we got to mention natural gas. It figured out it's cold again over the weekend. The nice tone to the markets, as you said, this should be the first full week. But we're going to have that holiday abbreviated session on Thursday in Memorial President Carter. So if you have business doing grains, let's try to get it done Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Let's not be all of a sudden wake up on Friday, realize there's a USDA report and we need to manage risk. But I love the price action. I'm happy for the American farmer. It's cold out. This is where we get that chance. We get that basis improvement, that cash market. Second I get off the show with you, I'm going to send a message to all clients asking them to check the local cash markets and tune back in with me and see what opportunities are out there, Tony.
Speaking of opportunities, we've been watching the Brazilian real retreat in prices. As far as value, it's been dropping. That comes as the Chinese currency has fallen now to a 16-month low, and we look over at what's happening right now with the U.S. dollar index. And again, the strength in that U.S. dollar has been crazy.
Yeah, and we can't go without mentioning the price action last night in the Canadian dollar on the rumor, but it may be true that Trudeau possibly be stepping down, resigning. So a guy like you has a lot of good stuff to talk about today. We don't even need to make it up. All this really happened, and it's good. I mean, volatility is good. People like me like volatility. Yeah, but we are trading a weather market in Argentina, and so we have these big upswings, and we're always one or two big rains from going down a lot lower than these levels.
Okay, you mentioned the weather market, and I'm looking at the cocoa market to start this morning, and we're higher there. That cocoa market is up 183% year over year. That's a prime example of a weather market, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, and supply and demand. I brought you guys a little bit of chocolates, the whole crew over there at RFD, but I had to switch and revert to more gummy bears because I couldn't believe how expensive a nice box of chocolates were. So for as much as I like you and all the staff, we went with, we had to switch to the gummy candy, and that's what's going to happen, right? Whether it's cocoa, whether it's cattle, the market will go to a price high enough that it'll stop people from buying it, and that price stopped me from buying it.
And we've also had coffee up on the screen, up 78% year over year. Okay, we've also seen some pretty good gains in the livestock sector. Hang on, we'll come back in just a moment, talk cattle and hogs. Market Day Report continues after this. Again, last week, cash cattle getting a shot in the arm, at least for those selling, as prices were much higher. In the South, 195 to 197, and we had some over the top going $200. Wow. And then in the North, 198 to 201. The dressed were trading 310 to 317. That is $3 to $8 higher from the previous week, and it was a holiday shortened week as far as that went. So where do we go this week with cash cattle? Well, what do the futures think we'll be doing? Let's look at live cattle. And the suggestion there is maybe higher cash cattle, 195.62 on the February. That's $1.57 higher, and within 3 cents, 2.5 cents. Now the high is 195.67 on the early session here, but we're trading 195.65, up $1.60 in the April. At 197.10 is $1.10 higher. That's going to be interesting to watch this week. What happens with that live cattle market? Feeders, January 266.50, $1.67 higher. Same gain for the March, trading 265.82. And then over to the hog trade, which has been struggling, and it struggles this morning out of the gate, down 25 cents on the February, 80.52, 85.7.